So last night, the big news. We're gonna get to a lot of political news, a little cultural news, you could call it.
Sure.
I think last night, Aaron Judge. Let's put this up.
High fly ball, deep left. There it goes, soaring into history. He's done it. He has done it. 62. Aaron Judge is the American League single-season home run leader. The AL King. Case closed.
So that's Aaron Judge hitting his 62nd home run of the season. Everybody keeps calling it the American League record. Why do they keep calling it? It's the Major League record.
Well, is it because
there's some American League chauvinism?
Well, or is it historically?
Historically, okay, the American League has been around a little bit longer,
That's
sort
my
of.
guess.
The National League started as a different league and then evolved into the National League. Anyway, what I think is interesting about this, though, is the lack of kind of attention that mass culture is paying to it.
Yes.
Obviously, like, millions of people care about this, but if you compare it certainly to, say, when in 1961, Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris were both chasing Babe Ruth's 1927 record.
And he just beat, by the way, that
Right.
beats Maris's record.
And that beats Maris's record by one, even with a couple games left to play, which he may or may not play, we'll see. The entire nation was like transfixed by the Maris and Mantle, rivalry and whether or not they were going to catch the Babe or not. Like that, it was what people were talking about in that summer and fall of 1961. I've been told was not there. And even with Barry Bonds,
I remember that.
during the steroid era, like, even if you weren't like a baseball fan, you weren't following it, you were still being made aware of it because there was still enough of a monoculture that it was able by osmosis just to filter into people's lives. I bet a decent number of our viewers didn't even know this is happening.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much tune out of the baseball season at this point if the Brewers aren't doing well, because I'm not as hardcore.
Which means you pretty much tune out of baseball.
Right, so okay. So Judge hit number 60 off the Brewers. That was to tie Ruth's record. And yeah, at that point, of course, I'm tuned out. But I think what you're saying is so important, because the next video you wanted to show is a video that's going to go viral, and
this is
it's
a fun one,
right? But that's the thing, right? Like, we used to have
play
these.
the video of this
Check
sad
it out.
sack.
Okay, so yeah, for people who are listening, Ryan, describe what just happened.
So there's a guy about 10 feet or maybe 10 yards off to the left of where the ball is heading, and I think he actually makes a smart play. He just dives, not head first. He jumps feet first into the bullpen on the off chance that one of these fans is going to drop the ball, and that it'll then ricochet into the bullpen, and then he'll have this ball. A guy caught it. He had a glove. He was immediately escorted out by security. There were reports, I think Barstool Sports was saying he's already gotten offers up to $2 million for this ball. So he was immediately escorted out so that so that the ball could be authenticated, and so everybody knows, okay, this is the ball.
Well, so what I was going to say actually is that video is an interesting glimpse at this question of whether we still have a monoculture, because just about everybody follows Barstool Sports, or their stuff goes so viral that they see Barstool.
Right. So that'll be the thing we remember.
Right, exactly. So the record itself, we don't share these cultural touchstones in the same way that we used to, because we have more options. Everyone doesn't have to be, if your dad has the TV and he's watching baseball that night, you can go over with an iPad and watch Netflix. You can go watch the Real Housewives. You can do whatever you want. It's different now than it used to be. We don't share these cultural touchstones in the same way. That has advantages and it has disadvantages. But there is still, I think, a legitimate question as to whether, with these viral videos and these viral Instagram accounts, whether it's Barstool or like F Jerry or Fat Jewish, whatever it is, if those are the last remnants of monoculture, but still some form of monoculture. Although it's hard to make that case, because it's really an age. At that point, we're divided by age.
Which actually reminds me of the big monocultural event earlier this week. Did you follow the dream face reveal?
No.
There you go.
No.
See, I have young kids.
Yes.
Between 6 and 12, and all of them were interested in what became a major cultural event that Emily missed. This 23-year-old kid who is a big Minecraft streamer.
Oh,
And-
I did see this.
And he's has been streaming for years, never showed his face. He finally decides he's going to show his face.
Do people like the face?
Put the mask back on was trending, as was something like he's so ugly. Really brutal.
Ooh.
Really brutal. I thought he was fine looking. Fine looking kid.
The world is not a nice place.
It's a cruel world.
Yeah,
it's a cruel world.
a cruel world.
Cable news is ripping us apart, dividing the country, making it impossible to function as a society, and making it impossible to know just what is true and what is false. But the good news is they are failing and they know it.
That is why we're building something new, a new mainstream, a healthier one, something more trustworthy, something that we are going to need in one of the most pivotal times in American history. We are building up here for the midterms, for the upcoming presidential election, but we need your help. So if you can help us out by becoming a premium member today at breakingpoints.com, we're trying to change America for the better and the entire world.
So what are you waiting for, guys? Go to breakingpoints.com and sign up and help us build a new mainstream.